Hi, and welcome to Live with Joy. Good morning, everybody. We're gonna, of course, give it a couple minutes for everybody to find that post and start to get on. And while we're doing that, I will just kind of talk about the week that we have had so far and what we have been focusing on each day. So as a little recap, let's talk about Monday. We did some full body strength combinations with some cardio to get that heart rate up. So we got our cardio and full body strength in on Monday. Tuesday, we were focusing on upper body strength and definition. So we got all that arm and back work, upper body back work in. Yesterday, Wednesday, we got that intensity up with some cardio as well, but our focus was on the center of that body. So today, it just is fitting that we focus on the lower body and those legs. So we can really go through a full circle of balancing out that entire body today with that lower body. So it is all about legs today. You will see that I've got several weights set up here. I've got 115. We will do some exercises. We're holding on to just one weight. So it's debatable whether or not I'll use that 15, but that will be there for an option. And then I've got 2 sets of 10s and 8s. Since lower body muscles are stronger, I'm going a little bit heavier for the lower body. But here's the deal. So I just want to talk very quickly, give you just a little bit of options here, especially for those of you that might have some knee or lower body injuries. You don't have to use any weights at all. You can do this completely with your own body weight, and you don't have to use those weights if you've got those injuries. So when we are talking about the legs, a lot of times we're doing a lot of squats and we're doing lunges and things like that, and we are going to have those incorporated into our workout today. So for those of you who do have some of those issues, getting rid of the weights is one way to kind of modify those exercises. Also, shorter ranges of motion. So instead of doing deep squats, you're just kind of taking it down into little movements. I will give you some options for the lunging movements, both rear and to the side. So I will give you options that you can do instead of the lunges. But the squats you're going to try to do to the best of your ability, and you're going to make it easier or modified by yourself by taking smaller movements, not using weights or using light weights, and also by slowing up that movement so you do less reps for the time that we have today. So what we're going to be doing is only one exercise per circuit, and we've got 8 circuits. They're about 3.5 minutes per circuit. We are going to have one exercise that you're going to do moving, and you're going to do holding for 4 sets. If you need a break, take a break. Okay, we have a lot that we're going to be doing. So if you need a break and you only want to do 3 sets and then you want to go off and take a break, go ahead and take a break. Just keep in mind that if we're doing one leg at a time, you're going to want to get at least 2 sets in, so you do one side and the other side. The 4 sets, you would do both sides 2 times. So you don't want to do 3 sets because then you're going to not have both sides evenly, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind throughout. We have a movement that we will be working both legs at the same time, such as a squat, and then we'll be doing a circuit where we're doing one leg at a time, such as a lunge where we do just the right and then just the left, okay? And that will be your 4 sets. All right, so with that said, just think about those modifications. I will speak about them throughout if you need them, and that is it. So we're gonna get started with our warm-up, and then we'll get right to it. Make sure you have a mat handy too, because our last 2 circuits will come onto the floor for you. So we got a lot of work today. We got about 26 minutes of work, maybe a little bit more, and then we've got our warm-up and our cool down as well. So as usual, we'll be working at about 40 minutes for the entire thing with that warm-up and cool down. Let's march it out, right and left. You want to stand nice and tall, get those shoulders down, and retract back and engage your center. Let's go 8 more. 8, 4, 3, 2. Take those legs out wide march. 8 more. 8, 4, 3, 2. March it back in for 8. 4, 3, 2. Let's take it wide. 8, 4, 3, 2. March it back in for 4. Let's take it wide for 4. March it back in for 4. Take it wide. Last time. Hold it wide and squat it. Bend the knees and bend the elbows. Make sure the arms are moving so you're warming up those elbows. They're going to have to hold your weights. 4 more, so you want to get them warm and ready. 2 more. Now down to up for 2. Take it slow. And up. 3 more times. Down. And up. 2 more times. Down. And up. Last time, slow. Down. Pick up your speed for 8. 7. Then we'll step back. Right and left and reach over that head. In 4 more, in 3 more, 2 more. Now step back right and left, reach it up, step it in. Step back and reach, either tapping or bending. Don't go too low, you're just warming it up. Keep it here for 1 more set. Then back to that wide squat and interlock those fingers behind that head or loosely behind the ears. In 4 more, in 3 more, in 2 more. Take it wide, interlock here or loosely here. Either way, open the chest, squeeze and retract the back and engage. 4, 3, 2, release those arms, wide march. 8, 4, 3, 2, march it in. 4, 3, 2, let's take it wide. 4, march it in. 4, take it wide. 4, march it in. 4, take it wide and hold. Hands on those thighs and hinge forward with a flat back. Hold and roll it up halfway. Stretch that spine. Take that flat back down. Roll it all the way up, allow that head to come up last, and roll the shoulders back. All right, first set of exercise, it's going to be feet hip to shoulder width apart for those squats, toes facing forward. Now, the position of the arms, we're gonna try to make it into a frontal squat. What that means is you get the back of the weights on the shoulders, and you lift the elbows up and away from the body. So when you sit into that squat, it's gonna help to keep that chest lifted, okay? Now, if you don't have any weights, you can put your arms out here, you can put them on your shoulders, and keep your elbows up here, okay? If your arms get tired, feel free to put them down to the side, only if you need to. You want to try to keep those arms there if possible. All right, so we have 30 seconds of moving, 30 seconds of holding, and back to that move. Okay, if you need to rest your arms, take them down for a moment, pull them back up when you can, okay? So let's set those feet hip to shoulder width apart. Get the back of those weights on the shoulders and the elbows up and away from your body, and go. Sit into that squat and lower back down. So again, you're going to decide how fast or slow you're going, but remember we have strength. So we really want to think about that control today. Make sure the feet are staying flat, but the energy is in the heels of the feet, not in the toes. So we got a little over 3 minutes with this one exercise. So you don't want to go too fast, getting in a whole ton of reps. You really want to think control. All right, get that last one moving, and now you're going to sit it down, and you're holding wherever you feel you can hold. Engage your center and breathe. And now go right back into moving. And 1, back into moving. Set number 2. And remember, if your arms start to get tired, you need to have a break. Simply bring them here, but keep moving or holding. If you can, you're staying up here the entire time. Breathe through it. And hold. Second set holding. Breathe. Arms down to your side if you need. Try to stay here if you can. We're going to have some tougher arm holds when we're doing those squats. And bring it up. You're back to moving. Set number 3. You're halfway there. Engage that center, breathe. Again, if you're struggling more with the arms, take them down so that you can still move those legs. Okay, and then if you feel, then you can go back to it. Take that break and then go back to it. Settle into that hold. And then one more set, moving and holding for that squat, that narrow frontal squat. Breathe. This is where you're going to struggle on that last and final set. Bring it up and let's go. One more time. Sit it down and rise it up. Remember, take it slow so you're not doing so many reps with those 4 sets. It's really more about strength today and that control, not that intensity. Your intensity is going to be in the weights you have and how deep you go through those squats. And hold your last and final one right here. And then you get a 20-second break to show you your next move. So it's not much of a break, it's right into the next one. Come on up, weights come to your side. This is where they're gonna stay, and you're gonna go for that lunge. Just the right, and then hold it. Now you can simply tap it back and in, or I've got an option for you. Knee up and down, and then hold your knee, okay? All right, set your position, get your shoulders down and back. We'll let the arms hang for this one, taking them out of that frontal position. Just the right, either tapping back and in and then holding there, stepping and bending, and then holding there, or knee up and down if you want to take that option instead, okay? And then hold that knee up and balance. Make sure, no matter where you are, those shoulders are down and back, your core is engaged, and you're in good posture and form. All right, settle into your hold, whether it's the knee, tapping back, holding a static stance, or getting low and into that lunge. And then you're going to switch legs. So on those single moves, we get to switch legs right here. So now it's that left leg. Once again, either simply tapping in and out, stepping and bending, or if you're taking that third option, knee up and down, and then holding that knee on the hold. Good, keep resetting that upper body. Make sure you've got that good posture. Settle into that hold, whether it be the knee, static stance, or down low and in that lunge. Shoulders down and back. Really think about that upper body and getting it in that good, proper form as you hold. And then we're going back to the right side for your second set. Right here, let's go. Just the right. Good. Either it's tapping back, stepping and bending through the full lunge, or getting that knee up and down. Keep it strong through that lower body today. And now settle into your hold, whether it be the knee, staggered stance, or that lunge with that bent knee. And then one more set on the other side. 20-second rest as I show you your next move. One move per circuit, so all you have to worry about is that one move you're doing. Other side. Roll it up. Think about that control. Think about that breath. Let that breath help you through it. Get that oxygen in. Exhale it out. Especially if it starts to get difficult, that breath will help you through it. Settle into your final hold right here on that lunge or that knee. Get those shoulders down and back. Engage your center and hold that good, strong, upright position. And done. All right, this is where we're gonna have one weight. Our legs are gonna be out, wider than the shoulders with the toes slightly turned out. We're doing what's called a goblet hold. And you're gonna bend and extend here. So grab that one weight, or no weight if you're doing just your body weight today. Get the legs out, rotate the toes out just slightly, and go. We now have that wider squat, and then that hold. And again, modification for those squats, no weights, smaller moves, so you're not going to do deep squats. You might just bend this much, maybe even less. Same when you're holding, small bend on that hold. And you can go slower. You can take these rests at the top, then get one in. That's going to make you do less of them per time, per set. All right, let's get that first hold in. Sit where you can. Keep that chest open and lifted. Breathe. Upper body needs to stay strong as you hold that weight in front of you. And we're back to moving. Good. If you need more of a rest at the top, take it. Again, you don't have to follow my lead and my pace today, or any time for that matter. You're taking this at your own pace, which is why I like to do time, especially with these live with Joyce. I can't see you, so I want to make sure you're working at a pace that's comfortable for you. Good, let's hold that second set down. Breathe. Open. Sometimes those isometric holds where there's no movement can be harder than the movement itself. Let those muscles stay contracted. Fight through it. And let's go. Moving. Set number 3. You got it. Hang in there. Hold it. Set 3. Find that focus. Think about it. Tell your body you can stay there. Breathe through it. That breath will help. Just because you're holding your body position doesn't mean you're holding your breath. Let's go. One more set moving right here. Keep that chest open and breathe. And hold it your last and final time right here. Open up that chest. Keep your focus. Breathe. Come on up. Good. Take a rest. Bring it in your left hand. Now, we're going to work side lunges. Reach to the inside of that foot. Pop it up and in. Now, your option here, okay, is we start wide, and you're just bringing that heel to your bottom, and then holding that heel to your bottom. There's an option right there if you need it, okay? If you can also, instead of stepping in, which makes it a little bit more of a struggle, stay in this static position. And then when we hold, you hold it down. If you can push yourself up into that moving side lunge, then that's where you're gonna be. So that hamstring curl, great option here, so you can hit the back of that leg. Focus there. Static side lunge, instead of bringing it in and out, you'll just stay wide. And now let's hold either that hamstring or that side lunge. And then we're gonna flip the hands and take it to the other side. Good, switch those hands, bend into the other one. Once again, you might be staying static here, popping it in if you can, or just working that hamstring curl from that wide position. Okay, right here if you can. Again, you're deciding where you can go. With that movement all the way in, with that static side lunge movement, or just that hamstring curl. Good, now we're gonna hold, and then we're switching sides again. Stay low, but keep the chest open. So see, I'm not dropping around in my shoulders. I am so open, and I'm contracted in my back, bringing those shoulder blades back, and switch. Go, other side, staying static, or pushing it up and in. Good, you got it. Hang in there wherever you're at. Again, if you need that break, take it. There's no designated breaks today, except for those 20 seconds. Good, let's hold. And then one more time on that other side. Again, don't let everything fold up or round. So what you gotta do is pull those shoulders back, keep that chest open. Now you're hinged forward through the hips, but you're not rounded through the upper body. Let's switch, bend, and again, either that static movement, pushing it up if you can, making that move a little bit stronger, or that hamstring curl. Great options, keep that body moving, and hit that back of that leg, that hamstring. Build strength and movement there. Get blood flow there. It's all about finding the movements that work and feel comfortable for you. All right, let's hold it for that final set right here. Keep that chest open, don't drop, don't round. Breathe, holding, but you're breathing. And up, good. All right, we got 20 seconds. I'm gonna stick with the 10-pound weight here and we're going for those plie squats. So this is our widest position with our toes turned out as much as we can. There's no hinging here. We're keeping the body upright the entire time. And we're gonna hold that weight here to make sure we're lifted. Now bend and extend to that plie squat right here with me. We're on the clock. Okay, so what you wanna feel is the stretch as you come down, squeeze everything in as you come up. Even those quads and those glutes. Think about pressing through the heels. So even though your feet are flat, toes are on the floor, the energy again is in those heels. And you want to imagine that you're pushing the floor away from your body with the heels of your feet, as if you're on some sort of leg press or something. All right, let's hold it down. Good, make sure that the knees are buckling in here. You see that? Push them out, and over the direction that your toes are going in. The more you think about pushing those knees out, the more work you're gonna do. Let's go back to moving. Squeeze everything right here. You can stay here and squeeze everything, right? And get some work there as you take a moment out of that bend. Squeeze, stay there, contract everything, and then down. So slow it up, but don't lose that contraction at the top, because you still got work going on there. Don't let the muscles relax. Actually make them even more tense than when you're down. Let's hold wherever you can. Again, watch the knees don't buckle in. Push them out. Open up that chest. Make sure you're not drooping around in here as well. You gotta stay lifted for this one. We don't hinge. This is one of those squats you're not hinging in. All right, let's go. Set number 3. Moving. Keep those knees out. Over those toes as you bend. Don't let them buckle in because that can put pressure on those knees. If you're doing it wrong, push them out. Make sure, look at your knees. Make sure they're going in whatever direction your big toe is going. Let's hold. Get those knees pushing back. Make sure they're not turning in towards each other. And then you're going to use a little bit of that glute here too to push them out. Rise it up and let's go. One more set moving. One more set holding. And our final standing circuit before we hit that floor. You guys are doing excellent. Hang in there. Keep that chest lifted. Keep it open. Good, and hold. Push those knees out. You guys stay right there. Let me see. Come on, you got this, right? I know you do. Push those knees out. Get that hold. Breathe through it. 2, and rise up. Good, let the arms rest. You gotta bring them back up here. We're going for that standing hip abduction. So we're gonna bring those feet together, and we're gonna come out and in to the side. If you don't want the weight, you don't have to have it. Make sure you start getting yourself in position. You want to think about being lifted from that belly button all the way up to the ceiling. So you don't want to sink here. You want to stay lifted. Now take that leg out to the side. Couple other notes. Okay, we're doing that right side. We're not leaning. because we really want it to come from the hip. So as you lean, yeah, you think you can come up higher, but it's actually not going to be as effective because you really want to work these muscles all through here. Okay, you also don't want to rotate that toe out and up to the ceiling because, yeah, I can go higher that way, but I'm not working the muscle that I'm trying to focus on. So you want to keep that foot parallel to the other one. Now see if you can hold here. If you have trouble with the balance, put your toe on that floor. Here, keeping that foot flexed if you can, and think about lifting from your belly button up to that ceiling. Okay, don't fall to the left, and don't sink forward. All right, let's go, other side. So we get to switch. And again, we're not thinking about pumping it out, getting all that movement. We're thinking about the control. And where is this control coming from? You're gonna feel it right back here in that top glute, through the hip, all the way through here. That's what you wanna feel. And if you do this right, it's not going to be a super huge movement where you can get your leg all the way up. Let's hold it. If you need to, that floor, flex and here. Think about, again, not falling here, not falling forward, but lifting up towards that ceiling with the upper body. And bring it in, other side. So even though we're working that lower body, it's really important to notice what the upper body's doing. Because if you only focus on the lower body, you start to get all of that bad posture through your upper body because you're not aware of it. So it doesn't matter what you're working, you need to be aware of the entire body throughout. And hold right here. Lift, think about lifting all the way from this leg. Okay, so from this leg, you're lifting up, and then from your belly, you're lifting up to that ceiling. And switch. One more time on the other side. Let's finish it out. Lift that body up. Think about this entire side. Lifting, lengthening. As that left side is moving. Make yourself taller. Take it out and hold. Lift yourself up. How much taller can you get to that right side as you hold out that left? Hang in there. And relax. All right, we're taking it on the floor. Grab one weight with you. You'll only need for the first one. We're doing a bridge. You can place that weight on your hips. You've got 10 seconds. Bring it down on your back. Grab that weight. We've got 4 sets right here. If you're using the weight, it's on your hips. You don't have to. Get those feet flat, and we're right here. Lower down, and come on up. Notice how you lift. Try to lift from the bottom first, and then let the vertebrae come up. And as you come down, think about coming down the same way. So first, you come up from the glutes, hips, and then lower down from the upper back, rounding that spine down. And then your lower back to your glutes are the last thing that hits that floor. So since we're nice and slow and controlled today, we want to think about that move. Now bring it up and hold. Right here, you're squeezing those glutes as tight as you can. That's going to help you lift the hips up as high as you can. So when you're doing the movement, think slow, think controlled, and think about imprinting that spine right here. From the upper mid to lower back in the glutes. And then from the glutes, imprint that spine up from the lower back until you come up to your shoulders. Imprint that spine down, and then you're gonna feel it way more in those glute muscles than if you just pop it up without thinking about how you're doing it. Lower and imprint. And now imprint up and hold. Squeeze those glutes as tight as you can. Lift those hips up as high as you can. And breathe. Make sure those knees are not buckling in or out. Just keep them right in line with those hips. Imprint back down and imprint up. If you're doing that imprinting, that slow control move, that real strong glute activation, you're going to feel what I mean. You're gonna feel those glutes starting to get that little burn right in the center. Imprint down. That lower back and glutes are the last thing you want to drop. And right here, try to get up onto your shoulders. Squeezing the glutes as tight as you can. Lifting the hips as high as you can. And you got one more set. My glutes are burning right now. Let's go. One more time. Slowly. I know you want to just drop it because it hurts, but really think about that imprinting. Think about that glute activation. You're not releasing that glute activation until you come all the way down. Right here. Slowly. That glute is still activated as you come down through that spine first. And then those glutes start the activation, and they're activated as you imprint that spine all the way up. Let's hold for a last and final time. Right here. Squeeze. Feel that burn. Lift those hips up. Yes, we got this. We got this, guys. And slowly lower down. We can put that weight to the side. Our last and final exercise right here. You're rotating over to all fours. You're going to flex the right foot to start. You're going to extend out and bring that knee in underneath. Again, think about slow controlled movements. And then we're holding right here. Extend the legs. All right, let's go. Right side. Flex the foot. Bring the knee underneath. Push and extend it out. Think about that glute activation here. But I also want you to think, what's the upper body doing? Right? We're not here. We're not dropping. We're not touching that shin in. You're staying lifted. Think about that core and that upper body keeping you lifted. The more you stay lifted, the less pressure you have on those elbows. Now, on the elbows and the wrist right here. But if you need to, down here is fine. Okay? Now hold. Down there if you've got those wrist or elbow injuries. But think about lifting here, and you're not going to put as much pressure there on those joints. And right to the other side. Flex that left foot. Drive that knee in under. Extend and lengthen out. I want you to try to extend until you can no longer extend that leg again. And once you do that, you can't further extend it. You also activate that glute and the entire leg. Feel the muscles contract right there. Super tight. Squeeze everything and then come in. And now you're going to hold and you're going to keep all that glute activation. Also, just think about the quad. Lift that chest up again. We don't want to start getting sloppy here. You want to lift. So from here, you're pulling yourself up. You're engaging your center. And then you're not dropping all that pressure into your upper body. Other side. So if you think about it, there's ways to make this more comfortable. But you've got to activate certain muscles of the upper body to help you do that. Extend and lengthen. Don't tuck that shin in. You want to keep that chin off of that chest so that neck is staying in alignment with the spine the entire time through this. That's going to give you less fatigue there. Hold. Engage. Lift your upper body up, right? The more you lift, the less pressure you're going to feel right here. If you're here and all your weight is in that upper body, you're going to feel it, and it's going to hurt. Bring it in, other side, last and final time. Full extension, press and lengthen through that heel. Try to make that leg longer than it actually is. How long can we make that leg on that extension? Let's extend, lengthen, and hold. And now think about the upper body. Lift. Come up and away from that floor. Press and lengthen out through that heel. And release. Sit back on those heels. You guys are all done. Take a moment here. And come on up. Let's get the knees out. A little bit wider than that. Keep the feet together. Sit back to those heels again. And if you want to go a little wider, get a little more stretch of those inner thighs, go ahead and do so. And then see if you can walk those hands down. Go wherever you feel comfortable going. You don't have to come all the way down here, but you're going to feel those inner thighs get that stretch here. And now start to walk yourself back in. And nice and gently bring it in, take it onto your back, and we'll hug the knees in and stretch from there. Take that left foot onto the floor, extend the right leg up, rotate the ankle, and center, flex and point. Flex and hold, release the hand, reach for the toes. And release, right ankle onto that left leg, hug it in. And release, you're going to rotate onto your left side, bend that bottom leg, grab that opposite foot. Now you're going to pull back, but you're going to bring the hips forward towards you to get that stretch. So push the hips forward and pull that heel back. And release, come back to your back and hug both knees in. Take that right foot onto the floor, extend and lengthen that leg up, rotate the ankle. Center, flex and point. Flex and hold, release the hand, reach for the toes. Lengthen out through the back of that leg. And release, take that ankle onto the opposite leg, hug it in. And release, rotate to your right side. Bottom knee is bent. Grab that foot and once again, push the hips forward in front of you and pull the heel behind you. So you kind of get that tension in both directions. As you push the hips, you pull the leg and you'll get more of that stretch in the quad. And release. Just come to your back one more time to hug your knees in for a moment and then rise yourself up. Come to those feet. Allow your body to come up. Roll yourself up. Once you come up, roll those shoulders back. Face that front. Let's take those hands on those thighs. Hinge forward through the hips with a flat back. Roll it up halfway, stretch that spine. Flatten it down and roll it up one more time, allowing the head to come up last. Roll the shoulders back and take 2 deep breaths in. Exhale and down one more time. In. Exhale and down. You guys are all done. Fantastic work today. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys did excellent, especially this entire week. Once again, we started with our full body strength and cardio. We went into our upper body focus and strength, into our core and cardio. So we had focus in that center yesterday, and today it was all about the legs. So we really rounded out a nice balance this week. And tomorrow, we are going to do kind of like a hip mix or a one dumbbell workout where we kind of do everything. But I will tell you what you're definitely going to have tomorrow, and that's going to be body weight work on the floor. We have not done that all week. I did not make you do any of that. Maybe a couple of things on the floor yesterday with that core work, but it definitely wasn't that upper body strength focused movement through the legs, through the upper body, plank work. So we're going to definitely incorporate that in somewhere tomorrow with whatever the workout I do, but you're going to have cardio, you're going to have strength, you're going to have core, and you're going to have upper and lower body movement. So it's going to all be incorporated tomorrow for your full body workout, for everything. We're going to tie it all together tomorrow at the end of the week. So awesome job. If you guys love this workout, definitely make sure you save it. Also share it with your friends. Let them know about it so they can pop on to the live workouts, or they can come to this page and they can get the workouts whenever they are able to do them. Let them know about it so they can do it as well. Comment, let me know how you're feeling, let me know how you're doing, let me know how you enjoyed this week, just say hi. Whatever you have to say, I'm here. So I'm gonna go check those comments right now. Give me a little hello and I will hello you back. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for our last and final day of the week. Bye-bye.